Hello, I'm Simulated Erk, and welcome back to Train Sim World. Today we start out at Barking Riverside. This is possibly the newest station on Train Sim World that has been represented in London, at least, because it is a extension to the original Goblin line. This station opened in 2022. So before we go on any trains, I'm going to explore this station and see how much of this station we can actually see. In the background there is some construction, so this has been one of the extensions that's been put in first, and then there's going to be building around it rather than try and squeeze the station in after all the construction's been done. So while there may not be so much here at the moment,
water with you. If you feel faint, seek help at the next station. Do not use the emergency cord, as this may delay help reaching you.
So I don't like interrupting the announcements. So at the moment there may not be a lot around the station, but there's a lot of construction that's planned and is going on. So we'll have a look and see what we can see. First of all though, I did mention on the previous episode about the renaming of the London Overground lines, and I did mention that each line is going to have its own name and its own colours and everything like that. So rather than me awkwardly try and explain it, I've decided to use the services briefly of the Independent in the UK, who can explain this a lot quicker and a lot better than I can.
The 6 lines of the London Overground are being individually named to make the network easier to navigate and to ensure London's transport system reflects its rich and diverse history. The Lioness Line celebrates the phenomenal success and legacy of the England women's football team. The tenacity of a long-standing small NHS charitable hospital is acknowledged by the Mildmay Line. The Windrush Line honours the generation of Caribbean migrants who came to live in Britain from the 22nd of June 1948. Marking an area shaped by the diverse communities and individuals of London's textile trade is the Weaver Line. The Suffragette Line celebrates how the movement paved the way for women's rights and gave women the opportunity to vote. Referencing the motto and history of the London Borough of Havering is the Liberty Line. The new names launch on the network later in 2024.
So that report from the Independent in the UK, and that really has given me an appreciation, a quick appreciation, and hopefully now you a quick appreciation of the renaming and the reorganising, and in some ways the rebranding of the London Overground to come.
It is not permitted to cycle, skateboard or rollerblade within the station building.
So the interesting thing is that, as I was mentioning, this station opened in 2022. The announcement of the renaming, including the Suffragette Line, which this is now a part of, was announced in February and March 2024, just before this route was released by Dovetail Games. So a lot of the rebranding and the renaming and everything like that hasn't happened yet. It's just been announced, and so over time things will change, like signage and passenger information and apps and all that sort of thing. They're expecting a lot of this work to be completed by the end of 2024. But as we speak now, there's nothing on the stations at the time of recording in March 2024. So we're just going to do a 360 of the site from the platform to start with lots of work going on around the station. Now, in time to come,
Assistance at any time. Feel free to contact a member of station staff or use a help point.
So in time to come, it'll be interesting to see if any of those rebranding elements actually come onto this line. What I'd like to see, and I don't know if this is possible. Well, first of all, I don't know if Dovetail are going to do that. If they're going to down the track, and obviously a lot of the rebranding hasn't been seen in the wild yet on the station or on any of their stations, but it will be interesting to see if later on down the track Dovetail Games does the rebranding. Now already they are starting to use the term the suffragette line, which this line is now. Now opinion is divided in the rail fan community and also in the general community relating to the names. So let's go down to the end of the platform and we'll work our way up and have a look and see how far we can go, because I really haven't walked this station yet.
Vehicles parked at unauthorised points may be clamped or removed without warning. Short and long stay.
You know, it's no Battersea power station, but so this is the new terminus of what many people will still regard to for many years as the Goblin line. There'll be a lot of people who will simply refuse to use the new names, and you know, that's up to them. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of happens. Now, one thing I do want to mention about this rebranding and the renumbering and different colours on the Overground map is that it's going to take a little bit of time, obviously. But one thing that Dovetail do have on their side, if they decide to go down that route themselves, and we'll see on this station, for instance, if there's an opportunity for them to do that, this is an official map by Dovetail Games with cooperation of Transport for London, and even on the store page about this particular map, it does mention that this is that everything's been licensed by TfL and it's all above board, etc. So it'll be interesting to see if that rebranding is going to happen at some point down the track, pun slightly intended. But let's have a look. This appears to be the departure end. I haven't seen this station in real life, so I'm not sure if there's a little bit further that the line goes or if it just ends here. No, it just ends here. Apparently there's already talk of extending this line, and we'll have a look at the other end when we get there, but there's a lot of construction work going on here. Perfect position for a town centre, transit orientated development and that sort of thing. So the railway's in, the service is there. The service can increase as things get busier. So let's start our look at this station. So there's a track worker down there. High voltage passengers must not pass this point. Staff passing this point must comply with safety instructions and danger moving trains. So we've got a couple of guys down there. Hey guys. Alright, so let's have a look. Let's go for a walk. So we've got some officers in here. We'll see how far we can go. We'll walk the platform and then we'll try and go downstairs. So in connection with the rebranding, these roundels, they are still going to keep London Overground orange. So orange is the predominant colour for London Overground, just like red is the overarching colour for the London Underground. But they've made the decision now that there will not be an orange line. There will not be an orange line for the Overground, as we saw in the introduction. So we'll have a look inside here shortly, but I just want to walk the platform first and check out the signage. We'll check out the other side on the way back. Okay, so let's have a look at these signs. No e-scooters or e-unicycles. I didn't know that they had e-unicycles. So no e-scooters, no unicycle, no e-unicycles. Drinking alcohol, smoking not permitted. Carrying open containers of alcohol. See, this is a thing. Now, people have, and I've experienced this personally, that they say drinking alcohol and smoking not permitted. Cool. So someone will open carry a container of alcohol, and then they'll say to the cop or the staff, "But I'm not drinking. I'm not drinking. I've got it here, but I'm not drinking." It distinctly says there now, carrying open containers of alcohol. Now, if you're carrying a closed container of alcohol, you know, you're going from point A to point B, which is what you do on a train, yeah, all well and good, but if it's this sign saying that if it's open, or if you're drinking and smoking, including e-cigarettes, it'll be interesting to see if they... It'll be interesting to see if they change their terminology to use vapes, because a lot of people just say vapes or vaping now. So that's that. So, and having an official license means that they can use things like this. TfL night services for the night hours. Whatever you're planning this evening for our night tube, night overground and night bus networks will take you there. And train doors close 30 seconds before departure. Alright, so that's all good. We've got a Jeff Marshall approved rubbish bin, clear rubbish bin. Not flapping through the breeze, but can't have everything. I've got dynamic weather on, so it's very, very hazy. Oh, I wish we can turn these treasure chests off. Alright, so that's the overground map as it currently stands. I'll try and insert a new version of that map so you can see what it will look like, but it all looks very orange at the moment. So I think it's good to have different lines rather than just one big network, and that's what it is now. The overground is a network rather than have all the lines being orange. I think it's great. The names are debatable.
Security personnel tour this station 24 hours a day.
Alright, so I've got our way out there. We've got our emergency help point, which is also an information button, so that's good. More rubbish. Now, for the whole time we've been standing here, and I've been recording for 13 minutes, we haven't seen a train yet. No information on the passenger information displays. That's disappointing. So I've just seen here platform 1 trains to Gospel Oak, which is the other end of the line, And over the other side is, again, of course, because we're at the terminal end at this end, trains to Gospel Oak. Now, in time, that orange will probably be replaced by the new green of the newly named Suffragette line. Okay, let's keep walking. More signs, more bins, places to sit down. Fire extinguisher and fire hydrant there. Warning, have you paid? Please buy your ticket before you travel, otherwise you may be charged a penalty fare, but bylaws are actively enforced by the train operating company. So that looks like, see if I can, now that should be clearer. I'm right up close to it. That doesn't appear to be just an overground thing. Alright, let's keep going. Another help point. More seating, more bins. We've got another map. Another overground map. There we go. I just wish that was an option to turn off the treasure hunts. Alright, so here's our buffer stops. Now if we go up here, we'll have a look. Hopefully from here they'll protect that corridor. Actually, in Perth in Western Australia, there was a situation where they had a new station like this. And I'll just look towards the buffers. They had a station like this, and instead of how that's glass, and I presume that section can be more easily taken out if they do decide to extend the line, the buffers can be removed and the stanchion can be removed. When they did this line in Perth and this new station in Perth, instead of having an easily removed glass panel at that end, and the lifts are ideally located, and same at the other end for the line to extend in the other direction, they had a massive brick wall at that end. So in Perth, the station that I'm talking about, where the lifts are and where the glass windows are at the end of the line, that was all brick. So when they decided to extend the line, instead of quite easily taking out that glass section there, leaving the lifts as they are, removing the stanchion, removing the buffer stops, they actually had to smash down the brick wall that they'd constructed, because obviously there was no sort of foresight in.
You will be expected to produce your tickets when asked to do so.
So we started this at 10 o'clock and we still have no train. So yeah, in the Perth scenario, they've had to knock down that brick wall and they are working on that extension. Let's try. So I presume if they wanted to, they could extend that line. Do we finally have a train? Every now and again I think I can hear a train, but now we probably can't go down the lift. So we've got two lifts here. Oh, we had to put a fire extinguisher in there. The treasure hunt continues. Alright, so lots of help points around, lots of seats around. Let's see if we can go down and how far we can go down and out. Can I change the weather? Adjust settings. so I want to restart. That's better. Alright, seeing as though we're here, let's have a look at this end. So we've got a staff office here, a defibrillator to put back in. Again, I wish I could turn all this off. But, anyway, let's have a look. We've got some... I see what they've done. I wonder if this is a sign from DG messages. Some messages are best left unread. Dovetail TV, I am suggesting. Alright.
May I have your attention, please? Closed circuit television and remote video monitoring is in use at this station for your personal safety and security.
Alright, so, okay, hello. Alright, emergency exit, probably can't go down there, no. But there's basically another exit down there. That building would probably also be known as a or the other part of that'd be known as a services building, I'm guessing. Alright, we'll zoom to the other end. There's lots of over here as well. At least there's some power stations, etc. There, that looks like an acoustic shed for building stuff over there. Now, the station opened in 2022. I'm not sure, although there's not a lot of time between when the station opened and now 2024. So the time period isn't huge. So London Overground map, blah 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 blah. We'll see how far we can go downstairs. Oh, I did something there apparently. Oh, I must have restocked one of the fire extinguishers. Mind you, there are probably people that go through every station and try and do all that treasure hunting. CCTV, overhead wires. Oh, cycles on London Underground. On Overground, sorry, I hadn't seen this. Non-folded cycles cannot be carried on trains 0730 to 0930 or 1600 to 1900 on weekdays, with exceptions of trains leaving Liverpool Street or arriving at Liverpool Street. So that's interesting. Restrictions do not apply on public holidays. Folded cycles are accepted on London Overground trains at all times. No e-scooters or unicycles. Alright. Alright, let's see how far we can go downstairs.
Ensure you have a valid ticket for travel. You will be expected to produce your tickets when asked to do
Now we know we don't have to change platforms. So River Road buses. So River Road taxis, buses. Fire alarm. Emergency help point, staff offices. Toilets. More fire extinguishers to add. I would have thought. So the gate line, the oyster arenas. So I have seen here, because I watch Jeff Marshall videos, there's actually places to secure your bicycle in there. So how far can we go outside? So we can go only as far as there. Still no passenger information. Mind the gap, please. Mind the gap. So, ticket machines. Tickets available from this machine. Tickets between any two network rail stations. Tickets to Tube, DLR and London Tramlink destinations. One-day travel cards and bus and tram passes. Boundary zone extension, 7-day season tickets. Day Rangers and Rovers for South East, collection of prepaid tickets. Oh, okay, so English, French, German, Spanish, Italian, and what's that? Polish? So lots of different options there apart from Oyster. So that's interesting. I haven't been to London since 2014, so a lot's probably changed since then. And here, as far as we can go, alright, so coming in, so this sign will probably change from orange to green. So we can go up the lifts. In real life, you can go up the lifts. Pardon me. Or we can go up the stairs. So that's a really good look at the Barking Riverside Station. Can we actually see the river from here? Is that the river over there? I know it's not far. It'll be interesting to see in time to come what's going to happen with the rebranding. They're probably going to leave. Even if they do the rebranding by the end of this year, the construction still could look like it does now. I don't think anybody's expecting the buildings to be modelled over there.
Luggage left unattended may be removed without warning or destroyed or damaged by the security services.
Alright, so let's return to our... Hang on, photo mode, let's see. Oh, okay, with photo mode, we can go out. Oh, okay, I'm looking for the... view that I've seen on some of the promo photos. Maybe it's over here. It's a shame that there's not actually a train there. But this is a Barking Riverside. This is how it looks from the from outside the station. So trains come from up there, come in, terminate, change ends and go back. While we're here, let's see how far we can go. No, that's as far as we can go. Okay, so I was talking about the end of the line. So there is some brickwork here to remove if they decide to extend the line, but that's not too hard, I guess, and they can remove those windows quite easily. And then, so they've looked like they've protected that immediate corridor, and then there's a bridge over the river that they'd have to do, or maybe the line can curve around alongside the river. So there's the river in the background, so it's not that far from the station. Alright, so looking around, coming back towards the station, the construction areas on either side, a little bit of car parking there, the back end of the station, and then from this side, they have really, and this cycle storage down the bottom. Alright, here we go. So while we're in photo mode, let's see if we can see where the nearest train is. So it's elevated here. So this is the extension. So I'm not going to probably do the whole line like this. But I want to see where the nearest train is. So this is the extension to Barking Riverside. So lots of room for construction on both sides. Some buildings there. Lots of towers, cranes in the distance. Alright, so I'm just going looking for a train at this stage. Lots of development opportunities around here. So this must be the national rail lines underneath. So it comes curving around. Curving around, curving around. Still haven't seen a train yet. In we come. So we should be coming up to Barking soon. Now, of course, there's no way you can do this in real life, which is one of the great things about simulators. Let's go over here for a bit. I'll at least go to Barking. Now, how much traffic we'll see on the other lines, I don't know. During the introduction to the line, we did see a 66 class ballast train on the previous episode. So we're coming into Barking now. There's lots of red signals around, isn't there? I can't zoom any more than I am. Can't go any faster than what I am. I just want to get to Barking. Alright, still going. Is there no track? The track just ends? That can't be right. There's no track there. The track just ends. Wowee, okay. Alright, let's see if we can exit and see where it takes us back to. Oh, we're back at Barking Riverside. Alright, let's go back to... Oh, I also could have done this to see where the nearest train is. Is that a train or is that a station? I really don't know. Alright, and it seems as though we've gone back to foggy. Alright, let's go back to the main menu. Alrighty. Class 710. Okay, let's have a look at these scenarios and see which ones we've got to do. And alright. A flood near Walthamstow has caused major disruptions on the line. That's 40 minutes. Halloween Goblin, its spooky system, operate a late evening service while encountering a variety of scary sights. Stock OC, a section line has been closed and the amount of congestion is growing. Stay vigilant and try to complete your service with no further delays. Remember, it's the 5th of November and bonfire night festivities are commencing tonight. Expect heavy traffic and stay vigilant for any mischief. We'll do the stock OC. It's only 30 minutes. And we'll see what happens, shall we? And I'm going to try and do all the safety systems and whatnot. Alright. So, where even are we? Set up train. Master key. Let's sit in the seat. Alright. Master key in. Reverser 2 forward. AC system pressed. Pan up. Marker lights today. Alright, I'm going to turn on the safety systems while we're here. AWS to normal. We'll unisolate. Yep, we need to get back in the seat to acknowledge.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Alright, where's our platform? To the left. Alright, so we're at Gospel Oak. Alright. Alright, lock the doors. Objective complete. Oh, yep. Here we go. Monstead Park, platform 2 next. Okay, clear signal, that's good. 1.9 miles to our next station. Now on the last episode we ran a football express. So this is my first time actually running all stations. Okay, can't quite say the station yet. So 4-car trains, 4-car platforms. So that could be a trap. You could hear the warning saying, okay, you got a green signal up ahead. And then forget where you are. Alright, Woodgrange Park next. Just a bit quick. Now this feels a lot faster than it was. Alright, station coming up. Now in real life you'd have landmarks that you'd use for each of the stations. Of course I don't know them. And I also don't know the interactions between the various lines. Alright, lock the doors. Barking platform 7. .5 miles, so I'm quite happy just to coast along. No, I don't think we were at Gospel Oak to start things off. Come to think of it. Because we shouldn't be at Barking already. Alright, there's a 30 just before the platform, so we'll start braking for it. So there's a 45 that's not on, because it assumes we're doing 45, so it doesn't put it on the map seemingly. We do have a 30 coming up. See, I don't know all the other lines and what relationship they have to each other. I've overestimated the distance to the 30 board, but that's fine. We could just coast in, put some brake on now. There's a platform. Nice long platform, this one. We got a double yellow at the end of the platform, hence that warning. Alright, we've got to release the doors on the right. Alright, lock the doors. We're going to need you to couple up with an empty formation of Barking so we can store your two formations at the East Ham depot to help alleviate this traffic a bit. Alright, so stop as... So this is interesting. So did they empty us out then? Okay, so this is interesting. Come on. 3 yards. Set the power brake handle to emergency brake. Headlight markers to off. Reverser to shut down. Take the key. Change ends. Alright. Okie dokie, while we're here, let's set this up. Alright, we'll sit in the seat. Master key in. Reverse to forward.
TPWS and AWS operational.
Contact the signaller. Proceed at restricted speed. Alrighty. So 525 yards couple to formation. So even though it says 60 miles an hour is the speed limit, we've been given a direction to travel at restricted speed. It'll come under some form of special working. Now, I am presuming that restricted speed is fairly similar to sort of what I am used to. Okay, there's the other train. Now, nothing I have done so far since learning this train has prepared me to couple. So, I guess we're about to find out. So a lot of this I'm using real world experience in. So even though we've been told to couple directly, I would still stop just before the train. Alright, couple to vehicles, here we go. I don't want to hit this too hard. Did I get it? I would like to think that I got it. Okay, I have done it. Good job. Now set up at the correct end and take your empty car stock to East Ham. Alright, now I don't know which... Change and set the power brake or the set it to emergency. Mark lights to off. Reverse it to shut down. Take the key. No, I'm presuming it's the ones at the other end. Because I don't know exactly where East Ham is. I'm going to have to put my vest on. And go for a walk. Here we go. So I don't know where the other driver was. I thought there might have been another driver at least waiting for me. Alright, cab door. Oh, why not? Why not have the window open? While we're here... Alright. Master key in. Reverser to forward.
TPWS and
Marker
AWS
lights
operational.
to D. Alright, we have the signal. Yeah, we've got half a mile before we need to stop again. It's actually been a good scenario. Okay, we've got the signal to go towards the left. So this, I presume, is going into East Ham sidings. So 5 miles an hour, the limit now in the yard. Alright, so we're parking our train next to the other ones. Nice and slow. It's our full 8-car train. So they basically want us out of the way. And I think they're just going to park us here, although we're not actually at a buffer stop. Alright, objective complete. Emergency brake. Marker lights to off. Reverser to shut down. Key out. Nice work. Let's see how you did. Alright, gold medal performance. I even got bonus points for using safety systems. There was no hard impact when I was coupling, so that's good. There we go. Gold medal performance, 4.9 miles driven, 28 minutes and 4 seconds. And there we go. We are now level 4 in the class 710 and on the Goblin line. I have been Simei Dirk. You have been wonderful. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.